I'm in a lifetime that has been described to me. It's just a lot
Mm-hmm.
more vivid I've ever been used to. It's a cobblestone road. Um, I'm a very confident man. I assume this would be about the 1700s. I have long hair that's in a ponytail. I feel like there's a ton of wisdom inside of me. I I like smoking. Um, yeah, there's a profound wisdom. It seems like there's because of it. There's almost like a cockiness,
Mm-hmm.
but um, not at all. And feels very alive. Even like the breath in my lungs right now feels very like crisp and clean. Okay, so um, he knows that I know him,
Mm-hmm.
and like he just wants to establish that like yeah you've been told about me and you've had many visions of me.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really want to get into the story because says I know that, but who you are and who I am, like we needed we both just could have used an aspect of each other,
Mm.
and I seem to get that. Um, just kind of feeling his energy for a second. It's like feel like we balance each other out pretty well. I know this guy's like really into his studies. I've always wanted to know what they are. So he has the ability to understand the laws of the universe and how to make things happen in and about your life. And he seems to be well liked, and he has such like a deep understanding of everything that he kind of almost comes off like with a little bit of cockiness, and people don't really know how to take to him too well. He just felt like he knew the secrets of the universe and just could make the world work for him. But he just, this just didn't really suit him well to be in this age and in this atmosphere. I'm not seeing this, but it makes me wonder if there's like religious oppression
Mm-hmm.
or social oppression that doesn't suit his extreme intelligence too well. Uh, so I'm privy to know how he died, um, and he just confirmed that yes, I do get that, I do, yeah, I understand it, and then also it's why I react to people in the way that I do, that like I'm going to be killed. So I want to see like where am I at with this lesson, because it's
Mm-hmm.
how he died. I feel like is part of one of my major insecurities of like being afraid to have conflict. And he said, yes, the good outweighs the bad. Like what we're able to do together. That's just the bad part. How am I doing with that? I've come a long way. He says, just continue to have fun with mastery of the situation. My my self esteem, feel into his. I have a big heart. I'll never confuse it. I could use a self esteem like his.
I see. And what can Scott do to get a self-esteem like his?
You're good enough. You know enough. You're worthy enough. And he said, "Give me a reason why I shouldn't." And it kind of seems like a challenge. And I mean, I get that. Do I really think that there's something cute, cool, or humble about holding back who you are? Not, I guess not.
I see. Tell me more.
Okay. So he's showing me like what who I am as a healer, and what's very odd is I used to get visions of him tying back his hair and smoking a cigarette, like when I go to do a healing, and he's kind of showing me how I do my healings now, and like embodying confidence. And so I always say, be the consciousness of that thing, and I will take it over and have it through my pores. And he wants me to stand and embody confidence as if I'm giving it to another person, so that that can not only be something that I've taught my own selves, but I can teach someone else's. But he wants me to hold that space for myself. And he invites me to feel into him.
What happens next?
He kind of says, buckle up, this is going to be a fun, wild ride, and kind of sends me on his way. But um, I just know that's something that felt very profound to me, the whole embodying confidence, embodying his confidence, getting, taking that part of him. It's something I struggle with, even though I know I have no reason to.
I see. Is there anything else Scott needs to understand about how to embody his confidence?
Remember the teachings that I've been learning about embodying the ego's consciousness, and knowing that it is different from the Holy Spirit's, and I will easily get used to being more aligned with that way of thinking and being, and it will fall away. So I actually know exactly what that means.
Is there anything else that Scott needs to understand about this lifetime of this other man?
It says if I actually knew who Christ really was, I would absolutely adore him and love him. And like I already know that and get that. Um, but he's wanting me to know, like, no, it's even bigger and better and cooler than that. Yeah,
Very,
I'm good with that.
very good. And where was that lifetime of that man on the cobblestone road?
Something with a G that I can't pronounce, and then England,
Hmm.
Gershom. I don't even know if that's a thing.
Are there any final messages for Scott here in this experience?
No idea what this means, but like, have fun, traveler.
Tell me, why was he shown this experience today?
This is one of his most prominent past life bleed throughs, and allowing him access to meld with this lifetime, and seeing how their energies were a perfect correction of one another, from what they might both feel like they're lacking. And to know that this lifetime joyously wants to interact with Scott in his upcoming endeavors, and he wants to help with the healing and be a part of it, and bring his confidence into Scott's experiences.
I see. Is there anything else that Scott needs to understand about that past lifetime experience that he was shown today?
That it was all true. All the information that Scott has and has experienced is all true.
Very good. Very good. And what was the lesson of that past lifetime?
This was wants to come out that you can have alchemy over your reality.